Hey guys, so it's time to plant sunflowers. Even though it's been snowing and raining, like really bad cold weather, 31 degrees at night, I know that it's time to plant. How do I know? Right there. That's how I know. That's a sunflower from last year popping up. And I have a couple more in a few other beds. So, this is some stuff that I harvested last year. So I'm going to start with the mammoths. Those are the bigger sunflower seeds, as you can see. You can hear the birds chirping. It's because they want my stuff. So what I do, I'm not going to stand here and plant a whole bunch one by one. That would take me forever from what I do. So I rough up the ground a little bit from last year. I've already pulled all the weeds out a week or so ago. I just take these bigger ones and I sprinkle them along the back part of the flower bed so you can see. It's like this is 50 feet right here at the bottom of that brown wind blocker type thing. And I bring it all the way out a little bit, and then I'll go back through, and it doesn't matter if you step on them. It's actually better if you do, because then they go into the ground better. Sometimes if you soak them in water for a couple hours and do it, that will help germinate them faster. Oops, smacked my phone, sorry. Okay, so I did about half the can because, I don't know. This one looks like it's got a mixture of big and small, so I'm going to go right down the center with that piece. These are all ones that I harvested last year. I gave a ton to the birds, which they get a ton every year. And then I spread them. Well, I give a bunch to locals in town, a bunch of the heads, because I don't harvest all that. Like, that's just too much harvesting for me. And then I also spread the heads around, like if you know people, I know a bunch of cattle ranchers and stuff, and sunflower heads are super good for cattle, so you can give them. The deer eat a lot of these, so not all of these will grow, and I'm not gonna placate keeping a bunch of this stuff. And then I just used that whole, got it all over my phone. Use that whole thing, and then right down the middle, or right down this edge here, I do the smaller sunflower seeds, my littlest ones. My granddaughter loves to call this her sunflower forest. She likes to run down her sunflower forest every single day. Every day as these grow, she'll come out here every single day and want to run down her sunflower forest. And then she'll pick out her favorite sunflower. We pick sunflower bouquets and give them away to different people. She likes to hand pick her flowers. She likes to pick songs to go to the little music that we do to the sunflowers. She likes to give them out to her friends. I still have a lot of these little ones left. The birds I know are watching me right now. And you're thinking, oh, they're going to swoop in. But I'm going to go back over this, rake it. They'll get some. They're not going to get all of them. And there's, I mean, that's a lot. Should do this whole jar, but I collected a lot more this year than I did last year. So, all right, let's pause this for a minute. Okay, so now I just soak it down. You still see some of the sunflowers. You can't see as many. I'll just wet this all down really super good so it's all nice and muddy. And I'll let my dog run back and forth across it. Some of them will float down to where they find their right spot. And I'll probably rake this sidewalk back up into it while I'm stepping on a lot of this. And in about 5 to 10 days, we'll start seeing more of them pop up here and there. And then I'll fence it off so that the dog doesn't keep running across it. I just let him stomp them into the ground a little bit for a couple days. And then I'll come off and I'll block off that side and this end so that he can't run back and forth. I mean, I soaked this really good. And that's all there is to it. Oh, look at my new plum tree. It's a yellow plum. Before I sign off, I'll go over to it. This is my crab apple that I planted last year. This is the yellow plum I planted a couple days ago, and then it snowed for a couple days. I'm like, no! But see, it's a gold plum. And it's supposed to get minus 20 degree is the hardiness. So it's not looking too great right now. But I'm hoping, because this week is supposed to be super nice. And we're supposed to have decent weather all week. There's my one strawberry. And it's supposed to get into the 80s. There's my tulips. That one already bloomed over there. And, oh man, that roof. Oh wait, there's a ladder there now. Maybe they're trying to I don't know. But that's crazy because I don't remember that ladder being there. It's got rocks on top of that roof right over there in that corner. So look, there's some darker colored ones. These ones are gonna bloom right here. I don't think this one's gonna have a flower this year. But my lilies, look at all them from last year. I should go back and look. There's only 6 of them made it. So I'm missing one. I think it's the orange one. These are my green onions. Ate that one today. Oops. But look how good they look. I gotta get in there and clean out those old leaves and floof them up a little bit. And then there's some garlic in front here. Look at those pretty flowers. There's some onions. They're Bucifer. This one is supposed to, I've been trying to grow lavender in it outside. So I want it to be acclimated to my weather and I want it to grow outside. A couple of potatoes are popping up. There's my carrots from last year. There's an onion from last year. I keep trying to protect this because the deer keep eating it. It's that pink thing right there. Anyway, it keeps eating it, so I'm trying to, and this was that bed that I was working on before the weather turned on me. And it looks pretty good. Those irises did fine when I transplant them and then it snowed. Look how good they're doing. They took it like a champ. All of them. All those. I pulled them right out of that bed right there. These are doing wonderful. But this bed was one of the first beds I put in, so I mean, I'm not that surprised. Got a couple tulips over here. I don't know what I'm going to do with this bed. I've planted all kinds of stuff in it. This year, I'm going to plant a bunch of zinnias and marigolds. And if they don't do well, then I'm just going to find some kind of flower that really likes the shade. And then this thing over here is a spider lily. I think it's an orange one. I pulled this block off of it. And I think I have a sunflower popping up on the edge right there. Oops. I'm going to let it. Even though it snowed, look. That right in there, that's a 4 o'clock. So it's popping up. And then I put some seeds in here. I got to come back and water it. I just didn't want the birds messing with it while I did. I'm going to change this outlook. My daffodils are finally doing, this is 3 years old daffodils to get it like this. This is the first time it's bloomed like this. Really happy about it. The lawn's looking all right. But my lawn over here is not looking that great. I'm putting up this fence to separate it. I don't know. But this, I gotta mow this. I think I'm just gonna plant clover. And just let the lawn have clover and grass. And do that. Look at Bruce. Lucifer. All right. Bye, guys.